up, guys? Cool to hear. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we finished Chapter 4, had our fight with the Death Knight, got ourselves our first Dark Seal, and we're moving on for our next chapter here.
Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fódlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fódlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
All right, new places opened up. Also, this is not...
I have a new mission for you, Professor.
I mentioned at the end of last episode, but I thought this might be the one where we finally have the whole flame situation. No, not yet. This is the one where we go out to the castle. We at least, Gilbert shows up, so we can at least start trying to figure out how to recruit him. I think it's support-based with a net or something along those lines. Maybe it just happens because we're blue lines. I don't really know. But we get to baby him for a chapter. That'll be fun.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Oh yeah, and that's Sylvain's brother, so we'll get even more familial interaction with the story. Interested to see that one. Why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
Damn.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
All right.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory. I'm sorry for dragging you into the Kingdom's petty squabbles. This should not be your burden to bear, but my own.
It's just a job. I'm happy to help.
Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
Your Highness? Ah, it's been ages.
This guy.
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so much in those years. I hardly recognize you.
Who dis?
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's. I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall.
Yeah, and that support.
When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
He's like, Felix talks about me. Ooh.
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone. The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldarius territory, and are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area.
His facial hair really bothers me. It's like spaced too far or something, but also the texture. I mean, this goes back to the game's bad textures. It looks like Velcro. Like, it's so, like, cross-hatched and just, like, stuck on the texture. And even the portrait picture down below is just lines. Come on, man.
You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The Crest of Flames. That is what you possess.
One might call it an emblem of fire.
Your ability to wield the Sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected.
I just love how every time they denote what the actual Fire Emblem is from game to game. It's the most, like, ham-fisted thing. Though, I think this is the game that doesn't outright ever call it, because a lot of games will say it's this, also known as the Fire Emblem. I don't think this game ever, at least not from the Golden Deer's perspective, it was never mentioned that way.
There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
All right. Ooh, birthday. Who's getting a tea party? Manuela. Yes. Girl, come here. Let's see, Manuela. Mint leaves and lavender blend. We have 3 mint leaves, perfect.
Thank you for your invitation. To what do I owe this surprise? What a lovely smell. I like this tea very much. Thank you.
All right.
Smells lovely.
So let's see.
Huh?
Our first meeting. Yep.
Huh?
Best performance venues is probably, yeah, like that sounds custom tailored to her. And equipment upkeep, probably not. No. Dreamy nights, of course. Of course.
Am I that terrible of a woman? So I'm a little unkempt. What of it?
So you like disagree and admonish. Disagree.
Right.
You're great, Manuela. All right. Like, don't listen to
Thanks
him.
for the treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
Okay. More charm boosting. And here we go. Okay, so before we do anything, fistfuls of fish. I was like, I'm not gonna fish, but this is the first of the fistfuls of fish event. So I'm gonna do it whenever we do a regular new game maddening. But it's the best way. Well, I might try elsewise. I don't know. The best way is to stockpile all your fish until fistfuls of fish but we haven't been able to buy fish monthly yet. Yeah, Ash still doesn't have a guaranteed. What? Ours is at 65. Try it. All right, it's something. Yeah, we'll turn into it. And then we have some supports open, but real quick, combat arts, because I'll forget if I don't do it like right now. Ash, we'll swap out Night Kneeler. We're past the Death Knight. We can take that off. And I think that's all we need. Right? Yeah, let's swap. We'll keep Night Kneeler on Sylvain. Shove, draw back. Yeah, you don't have any yet. Okay. What supports do we got? A lot. All right. Let's deal with them here in a second. Well, actually, I should probably do them now, because after eating and everything. Yeah, let's go ahead and do them now. Felix has one with Ingrid. No one... Well, it was only Lysithea, but so yeah, Lysithea didn't get anything. All right, Felix and Ingrid. B support.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander. The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Jesus.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Well then, Ash and Annette have something lighter.
Now that you know the technique, go ahead and solve this problem.
Ah, I've got it. Finally.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
Absolutely. You're great at this, you know. You really seem to have all the answers. I wish I could study and just soak up knowledge like you. How did you get so good at this?
Well, studying was something of a necessity for me.
What do you mean?
My father was one of the king's knights. One day, he never returned home. He just left without ever saying a word to me or my mother.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Losing a father so suddenly? I completely understand.
After he left, I thought a lot about where he might have gone. My father was a devout believer, so I was certain he must have come here, to Garreg Mach.
Here? Really?
That's why I was determined to gain acceptance into the academy. I needed to come here so I could search for my father. The problem was that I needed money to get in. Lots of it. And I didn't have any at all. So I entered the School of Sorcery in Fyrdiad first, hoping I could somehow find a path here. I studied tirelessly until I finally earned myself a recommendation.
Oh, wow. So for you, studying has been like a way to meet your destiny.
Destiny, huh? Well, yes, but it's a bit embarrassing when you put it like that. Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying hard. I want to protect all of my friends and allies here. I'm studying hard so I can be as useful as possible to everyone I hold dear.
You've worked so hard. I really respect that. I'm going to follow your example.
Okay. It's interesting. That's why Annette's so studious. Okay. And then Ash and Caspar.
Hey Ash, what's with all the noise? Did something happen?
I only just heard myself. Looks like a thief got into the pantry and made off with some of our food supply.
Stealing from a monastery? What kind of monster would do such a thing? Come on, we gotta get that dirty thief.
Definitely. I'm sure we can capture the culprit if we work together.
Capture? What are you talking about? Why bother? This is the kind of person who would steal from a monastery. We gotta take this guy out as soon as we see him. How do you expect to get rid of the evil in this world if that's how you're gonna treat it?
What? I should be the one asking you that. The first thing we need to do once we've caught this person is hear what they have to say. They might have been forced into a life of theft by some awful circumstances.
You really don't get it, do you? If you let people get away with stuff like this, it's only gonna get worse. If we're gonna uphold justice, then we gotta stop evil. Simple as that.
I'm all for the rule of law, but indiscriminate slaughter isn't going to solve anything. You can't just execute someone on a wild assumption and call it justice.
And you can't just hide behind your fancy words. You have to take action. You know what? Forget it. There's no point in arguing this with you. We're gonna have to fight this one out. Whoever wins gets to make the plan. Got it?
What?
What? How is fighting supposed to decide who's wrong and who's right? We're not barbarians, are we? Just take it easy and we can talk this over.
We don't have time to take it easy. The thief is getting away, and all you want to do is talk and...
Hey, did you hear? Apparently they caught the thief who stole the food. All's well that ends well, right?
Oh, come on! You hear that? You just cost me my chance.
But hey, if they've already been caught, let's just leave it at that.
What the Okay. Alright, Caspar. Whatever. Oh, while we're here, let's go ahead and use the Dark Mage Seal. We're not gonna equip it yet, because I want to go ahead and get Fiendish Blow from Mage. There we go. I love how this looks, too.
Easy.
Alright, so we have it, and let's go exploring. We have Quest from Seteth. Oh my god, there's a lot. Tending to the Saints, Forge the Way, Herbal Remedies, Maintaining your Training, Clearing the Way. Okay, this will at least give us one of the caravans at the very least, okay. Well, real quick, before I jump around and see skill levels, I think is what we want. Marianne, yeah. So Marianne, we're just gonna, because I'm not really gonna do much with her. I'm gonna pop her faith up to B, her reason up to B+. We're just gonna get her ready to be a dancer from the get-go, so we don't have to worry about it. The only thing we really have to worry about is charm, I guess, because she needs, what, like 14 to successfully win the dancer? I am curious, if I give her, that's 4K, I mean, whatever. What am I gonna use Renown on anyway, right? Does that give her Frozen Lance? No, you still need to, okay. That's what I was curious about, because I was tempted to do this for Faith, for Byleth, but you don't actually get the budding talent this way. Interesting. All right, here you go, Marianne. And then final one. Get your authority. We just spent all of it now. It's whatever. All right. All good. I guess we probably should have done class abilities. We can still do that afterwards. Like, we have 100, it's 500 per. Give her soldier, so she has reposition. Even though, I mean, reposition or dance, like, she's gonna reposition. And I don't think any other get desperation, darting blow, warding blow, reposition, yeah. Darting blow, maybe? I don't know. but she's ready for that. So, I believe we are good to start jumping around and try to recruit Dorothea one more time.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove. Might you help me with a favor? You have helped me so much.
Ah, Professor. Geralt was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around. I have something to ask of you.
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Geralt? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Oh, Geralt? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Professor, have you seen my son, perchance? I have need of him. Is that so? That is too bad. I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand.
Back? Ah, the graveyard. Of course I know it. It can be a little hard to find. Would you like me to show you where it is? Very well.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done. You have my thanks.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you? I still have...
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? There's going to be a big investigation into the Western Church soon. I wish I could be a part of it. I want to hear for myself why Lenato had to die. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away. To be honest, he's my father. He's using a different name now, but there's no mistaking it. It's him. I know it is. Father, I found you at last. Thank you so much.
I appreciate your effort.
Would you help me out? Knew I could count on you.
Hey there.
I could use your help.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
Professor, you looked like a natural wielding the sword of the Creator. It's strange though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall. If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
Say, I hear that a Knight of Seiros named Gilbert will be joining us for our mission this moon. He is skilled, which is surely a boon for us. Still, that was not very thoughtful of Lady Rhea. No, it's nothing. In any case, you should at least introduce yourself to him before we depart. House Gautier is Sylvain's home. It would be nice of you to check on him as well.
I know Lord Rodrigue. He paid repeated visits to His Highness after the previous king was killed.
It is almost time to begin.
All right. With all that, it is tournament time. Lance tournament. Sylvain, definitely our best. Against Hilda. Sorry, Hilda. Not doubling Hilda, though.
What's next?
All right. Okay, we double Bernadetta. Let's see if we don't. Well, they shouldn't have enough HP that we fail because it takes 2.
You're out of luck.
There we go. Lawrence, who we will be recruiting today. Oh, I guess we could have made him our dancer too. Well, no, we talked about that. I was gonna say, but no, I plan to kill him.
Just give up.
And then we would lose a dancer. Leone, we still double Leone. Goddamn, all right. But the renown we got from all the quests today gave me enough to
Be gone.
to get that A support unlocked. And we do have the statues unlocked, so I spent way more than I needed to on Marianne. So I could have gotten a plus 10% experience. Eh. We'll get there eventually.
That went as expected.
All right. Oh, that was finals. Oh, I thought there was one more. All right, there we go. Intermediate seal. Some more money. And we have 1 point. So that point, we haven't talked to Dorothea yet. We're gonna have a tea party with Dorothea. And then we're gonna ask her. Where is she? Ah, right here.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
All right. Oh, we can't tea party people who aren't in our house. Oh, okay. Well, Do I have gifts? I don't have many gifts currently. But Dorothea likes Book of Sheet Music, Gemstone Beads, and Stylish Hair Clip. I don't have any of those. Do I happen to have one of your lost items? Dorothea, Silver Brooch, Songstress Poster, and Lovely Comb. I think I picked up the I picked up a Curry Comb. Songstress Poster and Silver Brooch. Nope. Well, just have this anyway.
Thank you, Professor.
This too.
Thank you, Professor.
Take this too.
Thank you, Professor.
I don't care. Just take it. We're gonna just to see. We're gonna warp down to Lauren's. Grab him. Because I'm pretty sure you need to warp to update the where even is he? All right. To update the supports if you have unlocked one.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Well, we can invite him to tea. Maybe it's a support thing then.
I have heard good things about you. I believe your talents may be well suited to working with a student of my uniquely high caliber. What do you say? Shall we arrange a transfer?
Yeah,
suppose
get
when
in
I put
here.
it that way, how could you possibly decline? We are a natural fit. I expect only the very best from you, Professor.
All right. We do also have, we have 2 supports open. There weren't 2 a second ago. Did we do it? Oh, no, it was one I didn't expect. Do we, oh, let's go. Okay, we got the C here. Thank God. Okay. We're gonna do a bunch of supports, but we're gonna do Dorothea immediately, who I believe is up here. And then see if that drops our requirements enough. Maybe we could even tea party after this support.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Well, I had fun today. Of course. You want to see me again, yes?
Of course. I'd love to, Dorothea.
Well, until we meet again. Oh, hello, Professor. Were you watching that?
That's a different guy than I saw you with yesterday. God damn.
Yes. Is there a problem with that?
Are you the Charlotte type character?
Look, I know what I'm doing. My claim as a diva won't last forever, after all. I must look to the future.
Yes, that is exactly. Okay.
You might think about doing the same thing. Your beauty, and you're gorgeous, won't last forever.
We all feel anxiety about aging. Getting older doesn't bother me at all.
I wish I could be that easygoing. Anyway, I'm not just playing games with these boys. This is for my future. You have no right to object. I very much want to find a good partner here at the Academy. Someone who will take care of me for the rest of my life.
It's like, you do what you will. You do you,
I'm
girl.
glad you understand. Not everyone appreciates the necessity of taking the initiative while you're still in your prime. Or are you just saying that? Anyway, I value your opinion, Professor, but I won't have you interfering with my life plans. Unless you'd like to take care of me into my old age. That'd be something, eh? How about it, Professor?
Okay.
I wasn't... You aren't being serious, are you? I was just teasing. Or did you really just consider spending your whole life with me? The thought hadn't crossed my mind before, but come to think of it, that might sound pretty nice. You've gotten awfully quiet. You might even be blushing a bit. Have I embarrassed you? If so, I'm very, very sorry. I should be going anyway. I'll see you later, Professor.
Yeah, I'm sure you are sorry. Uh-huh. All right, so with a support there, now we warp back to Dorothea.
So, you have...
Now, Tea Party, okay. She accepted. We're gonna get 1 extra charm. Let's see, Tea Party. So yeah, it's a support thing. That's good to know. Dorothea. Sweet apple blend and Albanian berry blend. Albanian berry blend it is.
Isn't it nice taking a moment to relax? You're very thoughtful, Professor. So much better than those nobles around here. Why, thank you so much.
Okay.
How warm.
Let's see here. Heart racing memories. Yes. I still hate her hat, regardless of how much her character has been pretty good so far. Capable comrades. No. A strong battalion. No. Things you find romantic. But yeah, I very much hate her hat. Classes you might enjoy. No. Working hours for guards. Yes.
Incredible. I'm not really a fan of hymns. I don't want to offer silly songs to my goddess.
Sigh and chat are the valid answers. Chat and sigh. All right, there we go. Perfect tea time. We will get her observation quotes.
Oh, really? Professor! Incredible. Incredible. Oh, really?
I was like, where's banter?
Professor! Incredible.
All right, whatever. I wish there was a button for all 3 that you could just hit and see them each at a time.
Everyone here's an heir or an heiress, but not me. I'm just a commoner.
Because if you want to see all 3 and each of the different reactions to each, you gotta just hope it pops up. No? Oh, up? Yeah, there we go.
Has anyone ever told you that you're hard to read?
I mean, it makes sense.
That was a lovely cup of tea. Thank you, Professor. Please call me again.
There we go. Okay. So, we have C support. Oh, we didn't get charm, but she did. Interesting. It was because I did a tea party earlier with Marianne. Just 4 extra charm. I was like, I'll just do it again. Guess you can only get charm once a day for tea parties. But let's see, what's our charm at? 20. And our authority is B+. I didn't go the full, okay.
So, you have...
Please.
Hey there, Professor.
There we go.
Nice to join your class. I'm not unhappy where I am, but I was just thinking that maybe if I was with you, well, I might learn even more. You're the kind of gal a girl could pay attention to, you know?
All right.
That's great. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, Professor.
And there we go. Another blue bench warmer. But she is recruited, so just like Caspar, we may not use her, or we won't use her. But I will go over her growths and whatnot. So Dorothea, no Crest. She comes with a free golden apple, so even more charm there. Her ability, Songstress. Adjacent allies recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. We've seen that in action from hiring her. Bases aren't bad. 12 res, 10 speed, 14 magic. Real nice. Growth-wise, she has 40 HP, 20 strength, 40 magic, 45 dex, 40 speed. Pretty good there. 15 defense, 35 res, and 40 charm. Pretty, you know, similar to Mercedes, essentially. Skills, Thunder Thor on heal. Maybe more on the reason side, where Mercedes is on the faith side. But she does have budding talent in faith. Alright. Cool. So that is everyone I wanted to recruit. Where's Raphael? He's here somewhere. Just to help, we do have the Dimitri Raphael C support sitting here. I do want to hire him and throw him as an adjutant on Dimitri to try and, you know, speed that along. Okay, where are you? Oh, just, of course, right outside, right here.
Hey, Professor.
Come here, bud.
Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests or heroes relics or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
It is pretty important.
I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
It's like, oh, on second thought. Alright. And I believe that is it. We did finally unlock the blacksmith, so I can repair and shit. But let's go ahead and get the rest of us, of the supports we have, and then we will hop into a map. We do have 2 quest battles, and then we can use the third one on the DLC.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles?
Look at this portrait. Oh my god, that's a new one.
I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
I don't know.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm. Splendid work, Professor. You really seem to appreciate our assistance.
We did a good deed.
Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look.
How'd you know something was bothering him?
Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
So that's news to me.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Fargus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine.
Alright, what's your dream?
I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please, forget I said anything. If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Nah, do what you want to do, Mercedes. I believe in you. Mercedes and Annette B.
Okay, Mercy. This time we're gonna be really good and get the supplies with no detours. You're so good at sticking to a plan. I should leave the shopping to you. I'll stay out of your way and just browse.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to browse too.
Looks like you girls are having a good time.
Annie, is this a friend of yours?
I've never seen this person before. I'm sorry to be rude, but we're kind of busy.
Wait a minute. I think you're shopping with money you stole. But no need to worry your pretty little heads. I'm just gonna have to take it back for us common folk.
Step back, Mercy. This could get dangerous. Listen here, you. There's no way you can win against me. I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. So just back away.
You think you can talk to me that way? I'm gonna...
Oh, the knights are coming!
What?
Annie, run!
This is far enough.
We should be safe. I hope so. But what were you thinking? That sort of behavior isn't like you at all.
She could take him.
I thought you were in danger, Mercy. You're actually blaming me for this? It's like I don't even know you anymore. Mercy! I was just trying to protect you.
Friends that fight. It's fine. I'm sure there's a cute ending coming. Dimitri and Raphael.
Hey, Dimitri! I heard about what you did.
What are you talking about, Raphael?
Some folks are saying you lifted a whole wagon on your own. And you made it look easy.
I suppose I do recall something like that. I happened across a toppled wagon, you see. Those people needed my aid, so I aided them. But what of it?
You gotta teach me your training secrets. I want to build muscles like that.
You want my training secrets? So you can build more muscle? I'm sorry, but I honestly don't think I can offer anything that would help you. The royal family has always been blessed with immense strength. I imagine it's largely due to our blood, and perhaps our crests.
No, come on. You don't have to keep your secrets from me.
As I said, I really wish I could help, but look, logistics aside, why are you so interested in my strength to begin with?
I want to be really strong like you. I don't just wanna, I gotta. I've had to provide for my little sis ever since our parents died. If I want to do that, I gotta get strong so I can become a knight.
I see. In that case, I suppose I could try to help you. Though I meant it when I said I'm not sure I have much to offer.
Really? Oh, yeah!
I'm no expert on the topic of building muscle. However, for greater strength, you could try devoting more time to spear and sword training. You probably already know that, eh? Of course you do. Let's see. As a child, I was forced to train by running through the mountains all night in heavy armor.
You had to run all night in heavy armor? That sounds tough. What else did you do?
Aside from that, I trained by lifting large boulders or carrying multiple barrels filled with rocks.
Got it. I'm gonna give that a try right now.
Wait a moment. You don't want to push yourself too hard too quickly. You'll damage yourself if you're not careful.
You shouldn't worry so much. I know my limits. My muscles are gonna be so big after this.
Perhaps I should not have told him all that.
That was incredible. Okay, there's one more support between them, so I'm looking forward to that. But all right, the support I was not able to secure fast enough in Golden Deer. Let's have a look-see.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
Understood.
Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
He said you were frightening.
My, but that does sound like something Gerald would say. However, one would be remiss to not take circumstance into consideration. In order to rise to the role of Archbishop, one must maintain an unbiased approach to judgment. It oft requires a certain sternness of words and actions. However, I believe that the person who stands before you now is no longer frightening. At least, that is my hope. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew?
Oh, hell yeah.
By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you?
Nope.
When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garreg Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights.
So she's like saved almost all the Knights of Seiros' lives. Like Shamir has her life in debt because she was saved. Catherine is the same. Now Geralt. All right. Was it Cyril as well? I didn't know. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also...
Yes?
Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
All right. So we got that secured. Oh, there's some goodies over here. But real quick, before we leave the monastery, we gotta get our blue bench warmer set up, or I guess warmers, personal quarters. Because Lauren's definitely putting him in that. Unit appearance. All right, Dorothea, welcome. You know what? Wait, does Loungeroy take your hat off? Yes, all right, that's fine. Do you look any different? Hold on. Just a little bit. Her hair's more in like drills here, or it's longer. I think she has different earrings, yeah. All right, Lawrence. There we go. And Marianne, until she becomes a dancer, she stays a blue bench warmer. There we go. All right. Good shit. All right, Dimitri got his 3rd star budding talent. Seal movement?
I did not know I had such power.
I didn't know such power existed. What? It's not equipped. We're gonna have to check that in a second. Huh. All right. Okay, so while throwing instruct points around, we got a support with Annette, so let's do that.
I'm so sorry, Professor. I somehow overslept and missed our training session. I didn't mean to cause you and the others so much trouble. Imagine if that had happened during one of our missions. It really is inexcusable.
Don't worry.
It's just, when I'm studying tactics, I lose track of time and... Oh, who am I kidding? I've always been like this. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I was a student at the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad. Even back then, I was pulling all-nighters well before the exams. And I never even noticed I was harming myself. I'm just too focused on my goal. I know I've already told you this, but I really love to learn new things. It's a passion of sorts. I first realized I had the learning bug when I was about 4 or 5 years old. My father was so happy to see me using magic. Seeing him happy made me happy too. And that made me want to work even harder. If only things could have stayed like that.
What do you mean?
When I was about 13, my father left home. He was a devout man, so I figured he'd gone to the monastery. That's why I went to the School of Sorcery, so that I could eventually get accepted at the Officers Academy. I studied harder than ever, and sure enough, I finally earned a referral. Unfortunately, my passion for learning became more of an obsession. I got so focused, I kind of forgot how to relax. Feels like I've been running in circles ever since.
Rest is just as important in work.
That's true. Just look at today. If my hard work stops me from working hard, what good is it?
Exactly.
Okay, it's decided. From now on, I'll try my best not to try my best.
Well, you have my support.
Yay! With you on my side, I'm sure I'll succeed. From now on, if you see me going overboard, just let me know. I'm a new woman after all.
All right, adorable. That was great. All right. Oh, another support? One with Ash. Okay.
Hey, Professor. Did I ever tell you what happened with that thief?
Thief?
You know, the book thief we encountered in town.
Oh,
I went after
yeah.
him, and I did manage to catch up, but...
You couldn't get him to pay for the book?
Sort of. I actually decided not to make him pay for it. My pockets were pretty empty after that incident, if you want to know the truth. Well, what happened was, when I caught him, I asked him why he stole the book. He said he thought it would fetch a good price, and that he really needed the money. He had a sick kid and couldn't pay for medicine.
It does sound like a lie to me.
Oh, maybe you're right. But if he really did have a sick child, that would be a matter of life and death. A little money is nothing compared to that. I'd rather believe a lie than risk someone's life if I'm wrong. And to be completely honest, there was a time when I wasn't so different from him.
You were a thief? Well, he does have lock touch.
It was a long time ago, and I've put all that behind me now. But yes, I was. My parents died of illness, so I had to provide for my little brother and sister. I did my best to earn money for them legitimately, but I wasn't able to bring home enough. So I turned to thieving. From people on the streets, from shops, even from soldiers. I knew it was wrong, but seeing my brother and sister's smiling faces made me too happy to stop.
I can't imagine what it was definitely wrong. I need to see the reaction. It was like...
I really regret that part of my life. I was stupid. But shortly after I turned 9, I crept into a local noble's mansion, aiming to steal whatever I could get my hands on. The noble had all sorts of valuables. But what really caught my eye was a book with a fancy cover. That book was Lugh and the Maiden of Wind. The knight in the illustrations was so impressive I just couldn't tear my eyes away.
Go on.
You probably see where this is going. Moments after I grabbed the book, I was caught in the act by the noble. And that noble was none other than Lenato. But Lenato was incredibly kind. Without asking any questions, he gave me the book. And money, too. When I told him I couldn't read, he invited me into his mansion, along with my brother and sister. He taught me how to read, personally. So, with the thief I caught in town, I was trying to do the same thing, to be like Lenato. I want to make up for the bad things I've done, to leave this world better than I found it. That's why, even if it wasn't easy on my pockets, I'm proud to say I helped him.
Alright, are you sure though?
I know what you're trying to say. My contribution probably won't change much.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have the money to help everyone who's suffering from poverty. Even so, I can't bear to stand by and do nothing. What else could I have done, Professor?
I mean, you're right. Okay. Not a bad one. So there's the B support with Ash complete. Alright.
Here's the report.
Picking weeds. Just a good this time around, that's fine. Ooh,
Got
okay.
it. Good to go.
Bolganon for Sylvain.
I'm getting much better.
Bolganon for
Am I
Mercedes.
making progress?
Rally speed. Oh, girl, let's go. Hell yes. And then Dedu got E+ in flying, and I decided, you know what, screw it. Dimitri, go start learning flying too. Why the hell not? All right. So, let's get these battles underway finally. Certifications, let me just double check. Ash doesn't have anything else popping up. I do have his goals in line to try and go down the thief, assassin path. So we'll see. I mean, he has to be level 20 to, you know, get that far. But, level 7. Oh, these are gonna be, all right, whatever. Clearing the way. All right, what map do we got? Oh, this one? Isn't this the quest? I'm kind of remembering from Golden Deer, isn't it the same map for both of them? And it's just here, they're level 7. Well, it suggests level 7, level 8. This is gonna be like a snooze fest. I think I'm gonna skip these. I think we're just gonna do the, see if we can get a new auxiliary battle. The DLC, anyways. We'll do that one together. Oh, seal movement. I forgot. Oh, it's movement -1. Okay, so it's not as good as I thought. I was thinking, like, if it's gonna be like other seals, like movement -4. Do you imagine? I mean, the -1, I mean, we'll equip it. Don't know how often it's gonna come into play, but pretty unique, at the very least. All right, well, the auxiliary battle is the same one we did, I think, last monastery. This is the one with the white Verona. So we're just gonna do this one instead. Even though, like, clearly the other one would give more. I mean, it's higher level, more experience. You get 2 drops, but it changes scenery, you know? All right. So it's this map. I fucking love this song. I've just been soaking it in the last 2 maps. And just do them, you know, doing my chores. All right. Dimitri, he has not gotten his support with Raphael yet. I mean, we just got his C, but I really pushing. Where's Annette? She's way over here.
Here goes.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get over there. That's fine. But really been pushing to get that support with him. Also, I just want him to level up more so he gets speed. I think he's like one of the only people that can't double like anything.
Here we go.
And that's sad considering his speed growth. I know horses, I think just in general, tend to drop speed growths, or at the very least base speed. But we went over it before, like, I think we only have to just mine it, or just add 1 speed. I think that's all he's gotten, and he had base 7. 14 levels. I guess 13, started level 1. 13 levels, and we got 3 speed with a 50 growth.
I'll give it my all.
Also, Ash, I've been trying to, he's a little bit neglected, but now that we know he's going to be offensive, I've been pumping things into him. He has C rank in bows now, so now he has close counter. So that's nice. Felix, I want to get some sword going, because we've been really making sure his magic gets going. And actually, the sword getting neglected just a bit. I know Dimitri also has the leather shield, so he has an extra weight to account for. I don't know if that is really that much of a game changer when it comes to his attack speed currently, because again, 10 speed is what we're dealing with. It's like he has 7 attack speed. Let's just see. Okay, so he has 21 strength, so he has up to -4 weight. So he has the Iron Lance plus, it's gonna be 2 weight, 3 weight total that he has, minus his speed. So like, yeah, we can bring that up to an 8 attack speed, but it's still not good enough. These have 9 attack speed, so it doesn't really matter. Even the unfortunate part on the last maps at the very least, even the speed rally here, he does not have, it's 3 over, not 4 over. He still cannot double. Still cannot. Speed! Please, Dimitri, please! Fuck!
I must keep aiming higher.
Okay, class growth, Cavalier. Does it drop it at all? Yes, so it's still a 40, so it drops it by 10%, but it's still a 40 growth. That's good. That is a good growth number. But no. Alright, Felix, do your thing. Violet, oh, we already moved Violet, alright. Ash. Just sit there, Ash. We will... Physic. Marianne's here, too. She's level 9. She's just kind of been helping with Physic heals. I don't know if I have any speed stat boosters in the back still. I think I fed all of them to Dedu. Not thinking that we would have an issue here Let's see. Convoy. Okay, that's res, luck, movement, luck, skill, magic, strength. Oh. And HP, and no speed. Bow.
Should I have held back?
Need to hit C rank in bow here too. Alright. Actually... let's rally... Oh, alright, I guess we're rallying Ingrid. No, we're not.
Here goes.
We are rallying Felix.
Oh, thanks.
There we go. And throw Felix all the way up in here. Yeah.
Why am I even here?
Because he's close to mastering mage. He's 6 interactions. We might actually be able to push for that here.
So,
heal him up.
I'll cut through.
I'll take this dude out just in case the other one wants to suicide on Felix. I'll leave Ash there as well. Double Crest of Fraldarius proc, okay. 16, 16, 16, let's go.
Too easy.
Alright, 4 more battles. Okay, we can definitely cap Mage here. And then he can get started on Dark Mage. Ooh. Alright, yes.
Stay focused.
No actual kill there, that's fine. Training Lance, finish the job. It's almost a C+ Lance. Okay. We're gonna rally him up again. Mercedes, Physic, and Marianne. We'll Physic Dimitri. We'll get support with him. Alright. He's still alive. But that's fine. Oh, wait, no, wait.
What should I do?
Get Dedu next to you. Because why not?
You're weak.
3 more, man. 3 more.
I must stay focused.
Rally.
Next time, bring your friends.
Alright. Physic. Because we can level 15 or 16 for Mercedes.
I feel more...
Okay. Silence? Why the hell not? Do it because you can. Not necessarily because you should. Because you can.
Why am I even here?
Alright. Here's the Boolean. Nosferatu on Dedu. It is what it is, whatever. Alright. And yeah. Through the wall, Thoron with the crit to Master Mage.
Too easy.
There we go. Fiendish Blow acquired. So, I'm gonna Gambit just
thanks.
For, something, some authority on a net. I think that's what it, or is it just battalion experience? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Well, Dimitri. Final bit of support building with Raphael.
Saw that coming.
Hopefully that's good enough. And then we will curved shot Get some more bow experience here.
That is that.
There we go. Dorothea hitting 10 in the background.
Growth is a part of life.
Really good level, too. And there we go. All right. So, I believe there's an instruct to get through. Don't know that there's going to be much of anything to actually do with that instruct. And then we probably have at least one support open. Oh, okay. Well, we had motivation with Sylvain that got his reason budding talent. Black magic avoid +20.
I didn't know I could do that.
Huh, I didn't want to give you more, but okay. Interesting. So that just further goes like, okay, Black Knight or Dark Knight could be pretty nice. All right. You know, maybe. I mean, I don't know what his magic is. 9. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But that's a thing. Whether it's useful to us or not, don't know. But we have it. We have a birthday for Leonie. How you doing, Leonie? Oh god. Tea parties. Leonie. What you like? 4 spice blend and Angelica tea. Angelica tea. Oh, we have 3 actually. It's like.
Thanks for.
I feel like that was one.
That looks delicious. I think this might be my favorite tea.
I feel like that was one that always evaded me the first time around.
This is really nice. Yeah.
All right, equipment upkeep. Yes. Dimitri, no. Cute monks, also no. Capable comrades.
Yeah.
And dreaming of lazy days. No. Mighty weapons, yes.
Don't throw away anything that's still usable, okay? I'll take whatever you don't need.
Nod and commend. Nod it is. All right. Tea party
Thanks
with
for the
Leonie.
tea. Invite me by again sometime.
More charm for us. Oh, Leonie's charm. I guess maybe tea party charm once a month? No, I don't know. Whatever.
We did well enough.
A perfect. Oh, it's 2 points away from C in armor. For Ingrid, anyways.
I'm getting much better.
Grounder, rushing blow, helm splitter, and weight -3. Oh, that pushes her. Yeah, because she was 2 points away, and then the studies come through.
I'm getting it.
Bombard, which it's cast bar, so it doesn't really matter. But all right. Also, Dimitri did hit B. I forgot to mention he did hit B in lances during that, so he has sword breaker. But all right, good shit. So let's check our supports.
Well,
oh, yeah. Steel sword, merchant military.
Thanks.
All right. Oh, certifications. Not that I think there's actually anything really. I mean, Archer. If we could get over there, that'd be nice. We need C rank in bow though. Unfortunate. The colors are real good though. I like that. Mercedes still chugging along. Who's gonna be the first? Let's see. Mercedes level 16. She's our highest level? Really? Huh. I'm actually really surprised by that. I was like, who's gonna be the first to level 20 for the advanced classes? And it looks like Mercedes. All right. Dimitri, did you get one with? Yes! All right, Raphael, done. Knocking them both out, same episode. We'll save that for last. Let's do the Dedu B, and then, yeah.
He's always with that man from Dusker. How strange.
I'll bet he used some dirty tricks to gain his favor. That's how those scoundrels from Dusker operate.
What a pleasant conversation you seem to be having. May I join? Please, continue.
Oh, Your Highness, I was just...
I said continue.
I
I'm sorry, Your Highness!
Such foolishness runs rampant. I fear it is the reality of Fargus for now.
It must appear strange to them, to see me always in your company.
Does it bother you to do?
Of course not. However...
Let me guess. You take exception to the gossip that you use dirty tricks to obtain your position. Is that it?
That does perturb me, but not for my own sake. I am concerned about your Highness's reputation.
We're not talking about my feelings, but yours. As far as I'm concerned, those fools can talk nonsense until their tongues fall out.
I am afraid I cannot agree. But if you were not concerned for your honor in this instance, then why did you intervene?
Because it is my duty to do so. The day my father was killed, I saw the swine who did it. They were not of Duscur. I saw that, knew it beyond a doubt, and yet I was unable to prevent the massacre that followed. Nor could I clear away the dishonor of regicide that has unjustly clung to you and your people.
Oh shit, so it wasn't even Duscur that did it, they were just blamed? God damn.
I will not rest until I make up for that. I owe you, just as I owe the spirits of those I let die.
I do consider Fargus to be abhorrent. But you are an exception. You offered me your hand, and pulled me out from an abyss of suffering and death. You risked your life to save a foreigner you had never met. The moment you extended your hand, I decided that only for your sake would I live the remainder of my life, and I would cast it aside in an instant if my death were to your benefit. For that reason, I cannot consider myself your friend. There are still many in the kingdom who despise the people of Duscur. It would be selfish of me to stand by your side as an equal.
To do.
Your Highness?
Do you really believe I care one bit about the chatter of the ignorant?
Of course not. Please forgive my impudence.
I understand the intention of your words. Still, they grieve me. If you wish it so, you may continue to think of yourself as my vassal. I clearly cannot stop you. We need not be anything more or anything less. If that is what you wish to do, so be it.
Your Highness.
Damn. And with a lot of the other ace supports, like I noticed Felix, well Felix, I don't know what's stopping him from getting some of these supports, but from Golden Deer, a lot of them stop at B and then continue after the time skip. So I'm sure similarly we'll have an explosion of supports when we get there. But Raphael and Dimitri wrap this one up, throwing wagons and everything.
Dimitri.
Raphael, what's the matter? You look awfully pale.
I think I'm gonna die.
What in the world happened?
My whole body. It's stinging and aching. I've never felt anything like it. I feel weak all over. I don't have the energy to do anything. This has never happened to me before.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get yourself to the infirmary. If you can't walk, I'll carry you there. This could be very serious.
Thing is, I already tried going there, but I didn't see any of the monks who are usually around. Dimitri, listen. If anything happens to me, I need you to take care of my little sis.
What is going on?
Steady yourself, Raphael. Protecting your sister is a task that will fall to you alone. Is that not why you wish to become a knight?
At this rate, I won't even be able to fight alongside everyone else. Of course this happens after I spent all night training.
Wait, you were training all night? Raphael, tell me exactly what sort of training you did last night?
Well, first I ran all across the mountains while carrying a gigantic boulder. Then I found a big log and lifted it a few hundred times. After that, I ran 50 laps around Garreg Mach wearing heavy armor. Then I tied a rope to a barrel full of rocks and swung it around for a while.
Right. I believe I get the picture.
All in one night, Jesus.
And is this something you've been doing every night recently?
I train every day. But yesterday, I decided to try out some new techniques. I took the ideas you gave me and used them to come up with a whole new regimen.
I see. Raphael, listen to me very carefully. Your ailment is ordinary muscle pain.
Muscle pain? I don't understand.
After a training session like that, even my muscles would probably be aching. Didn't I tell you not to push yourself too hard?
How do you get to be as big and buff as... How is he never... Whatever. Fucking... Questions that will never be answered. How Raphael got as muscular as he has without muscle ache.
Wait. If this is muscle pain, does that mean I hurt my muscles?
Well, you caused them to hurt, sure, but that doesn't mean...
I can't believe I was so mean to my muscles. I need to make it up to them.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
go eat some food so my muscles can get the nutrition they need. And I can't waste any more time talking about it.
Hold on, what happened to your muscle pain? And if you eat too much, you'll give yourself a stomachache. Uh-oh, he's headed straight for the stairs. I thought he could hardly walk with his muscles in that state.
Ah! My muscles!
Let this be a lesson to you, Raphael. There are times when even your muscles can betray you.
Holy shit. Well worth doing that. Oh my God, that was incredible. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us today. We will be continuing on doing, that chapter. It was like the only chapter I didn't like from Golden Deer, but I'm curious now that I know how the reinforcements are handled. They're not gonna be a surprise and thrown in your face. Curious how I think of it, but gonna have to baby Gilbert as well. But either way, that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.